I'll make this one episode 2, part 2. So it was getting interesting. So I thought we was gonna had enough time, but obviously I don't want to rush the question. The question was, what was it about good or bad twerk? How can you?
That was a
Yeah.
really good question, actually. Yeah, and there is such thing as technique. Every style will have its own different technique. And if you know that style and if you know the technique, that's when you'll be able to tell somebody is doing a bad version of it. And there's such thing as form. Well, this is one thing that gets missed a lot is the form. Of what you've got to keep for this beautiful isolation movement. And that's a bit where people get themselves down a lot of the time, and people don't do enough strengthening for that form. Or, well, some of us were just born into naturally being able to do that form from roots. And yeah, but you can learn it. You can learn how to do it properly. You're not going to get it like that, but yeah, you can learn.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And not only just about the technique as well. Obviously, technique, like any dance, if you don't have the correct dance, you're gonna have injuries. It's a
Yeah,
given.
exactly. Like if you go on a ballet class walking on your heels, they're going to be like, what you doing?
It's true. You got consequences. You can't have a sickle ankle in ballet.
Yeah.
There's so many things. You got to point them toes. You got to bend that arch in your foot. And I've got the flattest feet, so I have to work like 2 times. You don't even look like my point is like that. It's like it doesn't even look. It's like some little thing, you know what I mean? Versus someone with banana, a natural ability, where their foot's all curved line, pretty looking. But the same ideology, I feel, needs to be applied with twerk, you know? Like you can't have one rule for one and another for another. And also just, you know, who the teacher is, experience. It's so important, you know? You need someone that has experience, that knows what they're talking about, and that cares about that. There's so many people that like anything, they have crap.
Yeah, totally.
They don't care. They're trying to make money.
Yeah, and also these dances, they come from a feeling as well. Like these are oppression dances, social dances as well. Like there are so many that fit into one, that we did these as a community for healing, for growth, to celebrate. Like that was the first thing before turning it into a business and making money off it. Some of us just made money off it because we didn't have much else to go to, but there are some people out there who are willing to come to our classes for healing purposes, and we kind of do introduce those resources in our classes too, because it is healing. Yeah, I like to.
I agree. It is.
Yeah. I know in my teaching that I like to talk about connecting to your root chakra, which is that bit we are now where the root chakra is, don't we? If you don't, ask us and I'll tell you. So yeah, like that whole motion in the ocean down there, like there is some goodness of doing that. When I say I twerked my way out of depression, like I done did.
You know, there's a similarity because you touched on a few things that Bam Bam was saying yesterday. So it's really interesting for me, you know, like speaking to you both, that you have so many similar things that you've been through, and you just completely isolate, don't know each other from different parts of UK, but you've experienced similar things. It's very interesting. I find it very interesting.
Totally. And I doubt that we're going to be the last people to have these kind of stories out here either. So
I hope that it changes, though. You know, I hope that it stops becoming a thing, and that you're not dancing your way out of depression, or you're not feeling those types of things, that you're actually embracing whatever it is, and you're developing, finding your roots within the dance and sharing that and just evolving within that. Like, you know, that's why I talk about this in the interviews. I want to know what is it that we can do to progress that further along, so it's not just we're hard done by kind of thing with when it comes to us. Because, you know, it's sad, but you know, when it comes to this whole Europe style, they enjoy it. It's women empowerment, it's this and that. I'm not saying that we do not, but we do. But there's a different rawness behind it. And that's my research. I just want to find, what is that thing?
I mean, you can't tell me you're out for women empowerment if you, this is not going to go out to everybody. And there are plenty of people who respect the culture, but don't tell me you work for women empowerment if you don't respect twerk culture and the Black women who have paved the way for this to be a thing. Like, especially while some of us are out here, especially in America, we're getting shot at just for being. Like, you are not for women empowerment if you cannot speak up against these kind of issues and respect the Black woman in her Black culture and in her form.
Well, damn. Have to let that sink in. You went in there.
It's true. Maybe people are not going to like me for it, but it's true.
No, speak the things. Speak up the truth, and it's facts. It's facts. But you know what it is? Is this that, you know, obviously you live it, but when you're hearing it back from someone else, and you've said it before, and then people look at you like you're mad for saying it, but then you're coming up with the same thing. It's like, I'm not mad, guys. This is actually happening. You know, like, it's, for me anyway, it just, I had to take a moment to let that sink in. Because when I say it, people think I want to start trouble, I wanted this or something, or make it about me, when I'm trying to just talk about us in general, just us. Yeah.
It's like people will take a personal offense before you even say their name. I'm like, wow, I'm sorry, but if the glove fits, then chances are it's for your hand. But that's down to you to fix yourself. Like, you can't be blaming another person for telling the truth.
Truth hurts, they say, innit?
No, True that.
Yeah, truth hurts, so yeah. I had to take that, let that moment sink in, because you've just said, you hit the nail on the head, you know. And I think if we're going to be for women empowerment, we're going to have to empower the things that we don't like to talk about, or the things that are makes us uncomfortable, so that we can be able to support each other back properly.
It's going to take a lot of ownership, owning up, recognition. And no, it's not easy speaking up, say something that a lot of people will have something against, or it takes a lot of guts. Like, especially like in your case, where you were getting a lot of online bullying for so long. It wasn't even just a little bit, it was continuous. Or from what? Fragile egos? Really?
No,
well,
I don't want that to ever happen again. This is why I'm doing this series. I'm hoping that opening the platform up so people can see on my page or wherever, if they Google it, that they'll see there's many women doing the same thing. And it's not a thing, or I'm not the thing against the grain or whatever. It's just facts. It's just us, basically. And dragging out that lengthy time of 2 years of things, and the only reason it's settled is because I haven't been doing anything. That I wouldn't wish on any Black woman, to any woman for that, but a Black woman. Like, it makes you feel, and this is why I'm doing this, because I don't want anyone to experience that's doing this. Because when you're like, oh, I don't, my
thing. Thank you, Sam Guru.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Your question was really good earlier. She did answer it. If you didn't hear it, I'm saving this live so you'll be able to hear it. But yeah, I just don't want anyone to experience what I experienced. You know, I don't want. There's no other way of putting it. And how much it makes you shed your skin in making you feel like you're not supposed to be in the, like, you get this imposter syndrome, like you're not supposed to do these things. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm glad I met you. Like,
I'm glad I met you too. I'm glad I'm meeting all of these amazing women. I'm honored. I'm honored that you want to be a part of this. You know I've got so much backlash on social media, so I was skeptical that anyone would want to get involved and stuff like that. But obviously I feel like this is needed in this time where everyone's at home. I thought, why not have your voice heard? Like, is there anything else you want to say, like, that you've been waiting for the moment to say? Use my platform, it's fine. I'll take the heat.
Even I was scared of coming on here and opening up, like, scared of silly things, mostly just saying something stupid, but that's just me anyway. I always say stupid shit, but yeah, it is scary, and it's okay to have fears, but you just got to face them all the time. You run away from it, it just runs back after you. So yeah, face your fears, and if you don't have any, carry on not having any. And sometimes you can be your own worst enemy.
Very true.
People.
Very true.
And that goes to people who are your own worst enemy is in a narcissistic way, but you can be an empath and also be what was the word I was looking for again? You can also be an empath and not do right by yourself as well in the same way there as well. And yeah, that was.
I think that's another thing as well. When you're empathetic, I can't say the word. Empathetic. You know what I'm trying to say. This is my silly moment. Yeah, is that we can take on too much. That's not that we don't need to take on. And that's the thing where I had to learn to draw the line. And I say anyone that's doing business, you've got to take time out for yourself, and you've got to know where the person on the business line draw.
Yeah,
you can't cross the
and both. My last and final thought: it is okay to say no, even if you've said yes and you've seen something you don't like about it, and you feel the need to change your mind. Say no. Your mental health is not worth anyone else's shine for that 1 minute of what's taken away from you.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on. I know this second part was short, but it's really, I didn't want to cut it off because I felt like you were getting into saying what you wanted to say, and I didn't want to cut it off. And thank you, Sam, for giving us that little bit extra that we could get to this bit, and I hope that this message reaches people and it helps people.
Yeah, and thank you for giving me this time to speak. I really enjoyed it, and it's done a whole of a lot of good for me as well. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling. I don't feel like it's anything, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you again. Guys, have a nice evening, and thank you so much, Azula. I'm gonna post your bio and all information everywhere, and I will send you these videos so you have a copy also.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Bye, honey. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for locking in. Bye.